Hello.
That was like in the cinema when that guy's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hello.
Boom. Hello. Hello. Yeah. No, this is
Yeah, no.
episode 35 of the Coasterbot Rambles podcast. Should we have changed the name?
Change the name?
Yeah.
What are you on about?
Don't know. Like the podcast's old now, right?
It's very old now.
You know?
You want to change the name?
No.
We can't change the name,
No, we
can
can't
we?
change the name. I'm just thinking, should we have changed the name to begin with? Made it
What?
something else. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I'm just talking.
Yeah, but do you not remember when we had all those different name options?
Yeah, no crap.
Thanks. And you chose this one.
Yeah.
So
Because it was
that's
already a
on
name
you.
that I came up with.
Yeah. So that's all you. That was so random.
Anyway, this time we're talking about dart rides.
Mm-hmm.
We spoke about dart rides in like episode 2.
Yeah, a really long time ago.
Really long time ago.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think I've been on any dart rides since. Any new ones.
Any new ones?
No. When would that have been? So what did we ride any new dart rides last year? That's the question.
What's the new park you
no.
went to?
The
Kolmården.
Swedish ones. Groneland had a dart ride, we didn't go in it. No.
We'd already been to Liseberg, hadn't we?
Yeah, and they don't have any.
Oh, yeah, they don't have any.
So no. So it's
Fuming.
the same.
But new dark rides have come out. We just haven't been on them.
Yes.
Like solid new dark rides.
Yeah.
Okay, but first of all, we have to ascertain. Okay, what do we actually mean by that? Because
What?
what's a dark ride?
So
So so like the new Star Wars one.
So yeah,
Is that a dark
What
ride?
do you think? What do you think a dart ride is?
Well,
Because there is the definition of a dart ride, and then there's more kind of like a less vague dart ride category.
okay, so you could either take it as a ride indoors that's not a roller coaster, but then
That's too vague.
But then the thing is, it's called a ride. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, that means it has to be some kind of like track, like a car on a track type
Mm-hmm.
situation.
I think the definition of dart ride in terms of what it was meant to be was pretty much what you said, a tracked ride inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was called a dart ride because it was in the dark and it would go through scenes, basically. That's the kind of premise of a dart ride.
Yeah.
But that's expanded because the idea of a dart ride has kind of grown to
Well, because
include...
new technologies come out that allows us to do other things, right?
Yeah, but then also people have been putting other ride types indoors and creating immersive storylines out of those.
See, this is what I was going to say. Like something like Space Mountain.
Hell
That's,
no.
Yeah, but if you think about it, that's a ride in the dark. So what I mean is, like, where do you draw the line between that's not a dark ride?
It's not a dart ride.
But why?
It's a roller coaster.
Okay, so that's what I said before, right?
So
A ride that isn't a roller coaster in the dark.
you can have kind of like dart ride roller coasters. I think for it to be a dart ride, it has to be kind of the key aspect is storytelling.
So like proper scenes.
Proper scenes. Does Space Mountain have proper scenes?
No.
No.
Well,
There
the
isn't-
thing is, it's going too quick for you to
Exactly.
look at scenes.
It's very difficult to make a storytelling roller coaster, which Disney is actually trying to do
right.
at Epcot with the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, what about like Hagrid's ride? Isn't that kind of that?
Yeah,
thing?
pretty much. This is it, right? People have started to blend ride types really heavily.
Because I guess, in a way, a blend of a dark ride and a roller coaster is like the ideal thing.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's like story driven, but also thrilling.
Because the dart ride is very immersive, very story driven, very
Yeah.
detailed, but you're never going through steep drops. You're never
Yeah.
feeling much.
I'm not getting excited.
No, whereas your roller coaster gives you all the thrills, but none of the other side. So yeah, as you said, a hybrid, a mix of the two is kind of ideal. But then it has its challenges, right? Having a roller coaster,
A roller coaster.
it's just difficult to make a roller coaster dart ride because, as you said, it's fast.
Yeah. You'd have to make it stop
Yeah,
and then launch again or something.
yeah,
For
yeah.
you to take it in and for long enough.
Kind of, yeah. You have to build your story quite well, and your storytelling elements well. Essentially, you've got to do what Hagrid Bike does, which is fast-paced parts and slow-paced parts.
Yeah.
So you have the bit where you're in the hut and you see Hagrid, and you launch off into the next bit.
Yeah.
You got the drop track where you get caught in the the leaves that
Spoilies.
the leaves. I don't know.
But then in a way,
know,
that's
so-
just like a pre-show situation,
It's a pre-show, but built during the ride experience.
right?
So it's not a pre or a post-show. It's a mid-show.
Yeah, but what I mean is you can never do a while you're moving story.
No,
you have
but
to stop.
if you think about it, like dark rides are just chains of pre-shows. If you think about it, right? Like
Whoa.
technically, it is. If you have
It's
a pre-show,
just one long pre-show.
yeah, but well, they're always split up into sections,
Yeah.
right? They're always you're in a room, you're in a different room,
Yeah.
you're in a different room, and each one is its own thing. So what you're doing is on a dark ride roller coaster, you're just replacing the traveling between the rooms by a bit of
thrill.
track. You have
Yeah.
less rooms in total, but you have more track. And then if you can theme the in-between bits well, make it exciting during the actual roller coaster part, and then get back into the story when it slows down, I guess you've got yourself your perfect ride. But no one's been able to do that perfectly yet. I think Hagrid Bike is probably the best example of a storytelling roller coaster we have so far.
Yeah.
Who knows? As I said, Guardians might be a better one, but it's indoors, and every indoor roller coaster is a bit of a sham.
Why are roller coasters indoors? Who thought
Disney.
of that? But why?
Disney.
But why did they put it indoors? Did they not want it to be on the skyline?
What was the first indoors roller coaster by Disney?
Well, surely it was like...
I mean, people have been putting... Oh, Space Mountain, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Well, the first,
of course,
like, building one.
Of course. So...
Because the Matterhorn was, like...
Yeah.
In
no,
and out,
yeah,
wasn't it?
No, in and out, yeah. So, Space Mountain, probably. And then, obviously, that's indoors because they wanted to simulate the space aspect, so it had to be
Right.
dark.
And then they realised, oh, this is a good idea because we can do more stuff.
But why I was saying it's a bit of a sham, because if you put it indoors and make it dark, you don't have to put anything in there.
Yeah.
Literally, Rock and Roller Coaster in Paris got sod all.
Yeah.
It's just lasers. If you like lasers, you're an idiot. It's just cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah.
Crush's Coaster, cheap, easy. You build a building, you don't put anything in it, you just make it dark, have a few strobes. You've got yourself an immersive experience.
But that's
Garbage.
Disney Paris, isn't it?
Garbage. Yeah, but most indoor roller coasters are like that. Temple of Nighthawk got nothing inside of it. You know,
True.
they're all like that. They're all shams.
X, No Way Out.
Exactly. Sorry, but it's true.
No,
like
it's true.
until
Yeah, but in a way, that's what they're going for, is to just make it easy for them.
of course.
They just put you in the dark
Yeah.
and say, oh, wow, you're going to be in the dark.
So on Space Mountain, you know, you have your like lift hill scene, and then you pass scenes as you go around,
Yeah.
which is better than lasers, you know, but it's never.
But it's very quick. Like, I remember being like, what was that?
Yeah,
and then I
it's
realised
difficult.
it was like planets, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah.
fast to go past everything.
I think an indoor roller coaster helps you kind of, or helps you be more immersed, I guess. Or not more immersed, but just taken out of the fact that you're on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
As soon as you put it indoors, it feels less roller coaster like.
I think because you can't see
Oh,
the
yeah.
drops or the elements,
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on. So in a way, which does make it a bit scary because you don't know where you're going next. But I don't
Depends
know.
if you do it well. Not many have been done well, in my opinion. Others, I'm sure, if you're listening to this, and I've probably angered a few people saying that Disney's indoor roller coasters are trash.
We always anger people.
So, but it's true.
It's not trash. It's just a bit lazy.
It's lazy. It
Yeah.
sure is lazy. You're right.
Yeah. When you look at everything else they're doing, and you're like, well, why are
Exactly.
you just building a building then?
Exactly.
Like when
yeah.
you could just do so much more.
But obviously, as I keep saying, it might change with Guardians of the Galaxy indoors. Multi-launch coaster. I think multi-launch maybe. I don't know.
Well, because when's the last time they built an indoor roller coaster? Ages ago, right?
If you count Tron,
But
Which
Tron's
is-
good, okay?
which is partial. Yeah. So. I
So
forgot
they're
about
getting
Tron.
better is
I
what I
forgot about
mean.
Tron. Yeah. The new gen ones are pretty good. But
so it's just a sign of the times, maybe.
even Tron, if you really like criticize it, all it is lights that
Well,
you
yeah,
pass.
Harry, because that's Tron, isn't it?
I know.
What else are you going to do for Tron?
I guess that's what they've been doing, is choosing themes that are easy to replicate.
Yeah, but do you know why it's got lights?
Well, no, I get
Because it's in the dark?
no, but you know what Tron's like with the light, like the
Yeah,
light
yeah.
gates and stuff. But that's all they got.
Yeah,
But I guess that is all there is.
that's what I mean, yeah.
So, but the boarding station and everything is pretty cool.
But
on
you
Tron.
could do a lot
That was
with, like,
2016 Tron.
you could do a lot with projectors in the dark.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
They
what
do.
they're going to go for.
They do. They've already done that. But just yeah.
Well, I guess Nemo has that this ride that we
Jeez,
all love.
Nemo's crap.
Let's not start this.
Poor excuse for a Disney ride.
I'm sure we spoke about this last time we did dark rides.
Probably.
Because we got into a big argument about this.
Not to this extent.
On one of the episodes.
Yeah.
But that one uses projections and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're in the dark or inside. But anyway, we digress.
As said, I haven't really been on many dark rides. One that I have thought of. Well, let's talk UK first, because we're from the UK, obviously. The UK dark ride scene
is ridiculous.
Is old. It's not ridiculous, it's old. Most of the very good, or that were very good dark rides came in the 2000s, during the new millennia kind of area. You know, a bit before that, a bit after that. We haven't really had anything solid since. That's
actually mad to think about. When we're a country that it always rains and they're not building dark rides. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. I think it's quite obvious why. If you're if you're a theme park, right, you want to draw people into your theme park, are you going to build something in a building, or are you going to build a nice big roller coaster that you can take a photo of and go, here's a roller coaster?
Well, yeah,
or you're going to take a photo of a building and go, here's a building. This is the problem.
That, a lot of dark rides are very popular, like, because they're so good. Do you know what I mean? The reputation of them.
This is it, right? It's a gamble.
Yeah. And that's not really been established here. That's more for, like, Universal, like, Disney
but
places.
They've got money to blow like it's, nothing.
But then there's things like the new Lego Monster House bit had a bit of walkthrough, and then the Gruffalo thing.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do stuff indoors.
This is it, right? I think the UK have been getting smaller scale dark rides. We haven't had a large scale dark ride. I think
an adult dark ride.
The new definition in my eyes of dark ride is a trackless dark ride, right?
What does that mean?
Ratatouille.
Okay.
Where you're in these cars that interact with each other, can go through scenes in kind of like random ways. Mm-hmm. That is pretty much the cutting edge definition of a dark ride. Mm-hmm. Right.
But then what about the Gruffalo where you just walk through, right? Or do you sit down?
You sit down in the spinning boats.
Oh, I thought you just walked through it.
It's the old Bubbleworks.
Oh yeah, isn't it? What's the one where you just walk through then?
The broom.
Oh, the room on the broom thing. See, they've done quite a few like that.
That's just kind of like a
walkthrough. So that's not. Would you class that as a dark ride?
It's difficult because there is no ride aspect.
Exactly.
So probably not.
But in a way, it is a dark ride. You're just not on a track.
Yeah, exactly. You're just not on a track. It's more like the dungeons kind of vibe where you're in rooms that have things going on.
Or like a scare maze, but not a scare maze.
Not quite a scare maze, yeah. But yeah, no, the UK have been getting small ones. The last kind of major dark ride, I'm excluding the Lego here because all the Lego dark rides are a bit weird. Haunted House Monster Party is a key example. It's a bit weird. Bit lazy. Lazy. It's a lazy ride. It's not Hex, is it?
No.
Exactly. So, Darren Brown's Ghost Train is probably the last big thing we got.
That's true. I always don't class that as a dark ride.
It's definitely a dark ride.
Yeah. But in my mind, I always go dark ride like track. You just go around like a boring track.
Yeah, well, this is it. But as we would said, the definition of dark ride has expanded.
Yeah, it's changed
to become kind of anything that's very immersive and storytelling vibe. And Darren Brown's Ghost Train, people hate it, people love it. Taylor from Coaster Studios put up a top 10 dark rides, I think.
Did he?
Yeah, recently, and Darren Brown's Ghost Train was like number 1 on his.
Really?
Or number 2 or
he
something like that.
He loved it though, didn't he?
He did, because we got a perfect ride on it.
Yeah.
If you have a perfect ride on Darren Brown's Ghost Train, there's nothing like it.
Yeah. That's what happened to me. The first 2 times I went on it, it was perfect. So I formed like 2 very good opinions of it.
There is nothing else in the world like it. Mm-hmm. So when it works, it really works.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate as well. Like most of the times I've been on it, it's been working. So, I think of all those good experiences I've had on it and go, this is a really good dark ride.
Yeah.
When when the moons align, the planets align and everything goes happy and smooth. It's really good. It's got actors. It's got, very quality theming, immersive use of good VR.
Yeah. It confuses you.
Yeah, pre-shows, there's a decent story there. Obviously, every aspect of the ride could be improved. The story could be better and easier to follow. The pre-shows could be a bit more interesting.
There could be more Darren Brown.
It could be the VR could work better, etc., etc. But for a innovative ride that no one has done. Disney have not touched this. Universal not touched this.
Which is pretty mad in a way.
But
because that'd be perfect for them, though.
But no, it's not.
Why?
VR is a mess.
I guess.
That's why.
Yeah, I guess.
The core problem is the VR. That's what's the issue is. So,
but they could still just forget the VR. They could do that kind of like layout of the thing where you go into a train and you come out of another train.
Yeah, it's a gimmick though, isn't it? But you got nothing to see on the inside.
Yeah, but they could do some kind of like
Harry
screens
Potter, where they have like
the
train
Hogwarts train
yeah.
with like screens so it looks like you're traveling.
Yeah, I guess, but it's a bit boring. At least with Darren Brown, you do have the VR on. The VR is based in the train.
Yeah.
So it looks like
it's very good.
It's really well thought out and really well done when it works. So that's why he loves it, because it's just quality.
What else did he have on there then?
Well, the new Disney Star Wars.
Yes.
Enterprise.
Which we need to talk about.
Empire. What's it called?
Empire something.
No, Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance. That's the one.
So,
we're not very good with Star Wars names.
Do you know what it is? No, we're not.
I've seen images. I don't want to spoil it too much for myself.
Well, you get when you watch the Imagineering story, you're gonna get spoiled.
Anyone who's watching that show,
I haven't seen how.
so good.
I haven't seen the Pandora thing. The flight.
I've seen a clip from it.
I've seen what it looks like on the inside, but I haven't seen it actually fully working.
It absolutely infuriates me when I see a clip when I don't want to.
But we're gonna see it.
We're gonna see it though.
Yeah.
But what I've seen of Star Wars so far,
I've seen a decent amount of Rise of the Resistance.
Is like a couple of the rooms.
Yeah.
That look incredibly impressive.
So.
And huge.
Honestly, it's kind of a similar vein to Darren Brown's Ghost Train, where it's kind of a multi-stage dark ride experience. Yeah. So I think you start off with like a pre-show, and then you get into like a simulator, and it kind of moves you about while there's another pre-show. Then you get off the simulator, then you kind of act as whatever. Then you get onto Track the Start Ride, and the Track the Start Ride interacts with drop sections and all of this kind of fancy stuff, and then that's the end of your ride.
Right.
So, it's very similar in that it's multiple different aspects.
Elements.
Yes.
Or like, what's the word?
Well, it pretty much is. Yeah, it's just multiple rides combined.
Yeah, like it's not just you're sitting on a train. You're moving about.
Things. You're changing scene.
Yeah.
Which
changing methods of like travel and
exactly.
As well.
Yeah. Again, which is literally what Darren Brown's Ghost Train is all about.
Yeah.
It's that kind of element of mixing things up and confusing you. So.
But even just like the Star Wars land, like imagine if you're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, exactly.
And you went there, you'd be like, "What is happening?"
Yeah.
But that's why I think dark rides are good, because it's all about that. It's not about the ride.
It is.
It's
all
not about
that.
Thrills or like elements or whatever you want to do. Yeah. It's just a story, isn't it? It's just a land.
But then you get to the difference between dark rides that are themed to IPs, so intellectual properties, and then you get dark rides that are
awful.
No, as in that have been just thought up by the park.
So like Jewel.
Yeah, or Hex.
Yeah.
I feel everyone likes to like.
I don't know why you love Hex so much.
Everyone likes to crap on IPs, like.
I don't.
I think many people would say that I would agree that it's easier to theme a dark ride to an intellectual property than it is for the park to come up with an interesting story themselves.
Yes, but saying that, every time they do come up with an idea for themselves, it's either something spooky or something weird like Mouse au Chocolat.
All right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? They never come up with an original thing that's like, oh, this is different.
No, because, yeah.
Do you know, you're the one who always goes on about this.
Mouse au Chocolat is
original.
crap.
Yeah.
Right? Utter garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, because all of the physical props are really nice. It's too many screens, too long, too boring.
But that's a theme that it always is. It's
Disney
like
does that, though, with Toy Story. Literally the same ride. It's boring.
Yeah.
Why? It's gimmicky. What's the point?
That's what I'm saying, though. But so's things like Hex and Jewel.
Nah.
Shooty, spooky tree.
Jewel, yes. Hex, no.
Why are you so in love with this ride?
It's just good. It's arguably too long. Like,
it's way too long.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like going on it again, because I already know every single thing that's going to happen.
Give me chills, man.
Like, I can't be bothered.
Every time I watch that pre-show,
why does it give you chills?
Because it's so good.
It's the audio is too loud,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I literally get deaf, and I'm like, this is not
It
fun
is
in
too
any
loud.
way. And then
Smells funny.
yeah, it stinks.
That's the whole point.
But it stinks, man.
It sticks nicely.
Yeah, but it stinks.
Sticks nicely.
I don't want to smell that.
No, Hex is good, right? Because it basically took this off the shelf like ride system, the Vekoma Madhouse, and wrapped it up in an immersive story, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just clever, and the story is interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. One time.
Yeah, but that's every dart ride.
Is it though?
Most dart rides.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
But that's what I mean. Like, I don't understand why you want to re-ride it so much when they're so unre-rideable.
You've got nothing else to do at Old Towers when you've been like 200 times. You've been
Yeah.
everything.
But that's what
Don't
I
want to
mean.
ride Nemesis because it's boring.
Yeah.
Don't want to ride Galactica because it's boring.
That's what I'm telling you.
Don't wanna ride-
Two times on Wicker Man and we leave.
Yeah, well,
Literally at this point.
to be fair, every time I go to Old Towers, I'd happily ride 13, Smiler, Oblivion.
Nah, Oblivion's boring now.
Oh,
I'm
I
done
like
with
it.
that.
Oblivion. No, I'd happily ride them all once. The only ones I'd ever consider riding.
Now you would, because you haven't been on it for ages.
No, I would every time.
Mm.
The only ones that I consider riding multiple times: Smiler, Wicker Man, 13. I actually really enjoy 13.
You know
I
what
think it's
I'd
fun.
ride a lot is Galactica.
Why?
It's chill.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
a fan
chill.
of that flying position.
You just float around.
Yeah,
No worries. Not Hex, man.
Hex is good.
It's good, but cool. Leave it there. It's just a tree, you know.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, but-
really dated now. The videos they have.
Oh, of course they are.
It's
It's
like
from 2000.
Oh, this man found a tree.
20 years old.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
couldn't they just refilm the videos?
What's the point?
Because it annoys me.
So, rerideability is a big factor of dart rides. Because as you said,
But that's why I like DGBT, because you get a different
there's
ending.
rerideability on it.
Yeah. And also, you don't know if it's going to run well.
Exactly. The newer dart rides, a la the
They're
trackless
considering
ones.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're considering it.
Yeah.
All these old dart rides, you didn't consider
No,
that.
but-
You're like, I'm going to
but-
build a ride.
No, but back in the day, that would have been very impressive. So
Exactly.
you wouldn't need to consider
Hex
it.
would have been impressive.
Yeah.
Jewel before there were the guns on it. Impressive.
Whoa, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jewel's fine, just don't shoot.
Yeah, I quite like Jewel
It's good.
as a dart ride.
It's got problems. a
It's
lot of
funny.
problems. Yeah, it's
The sounds are, they grate on me so much,
they're
but it
awful.
actually makes me want to ride it again.
Yeah, I love it. It's funny.
Like, I can
good,
hear
right?
one of the screams right now.
Yeah.
You know the one where the big face comes towards
yeah,
you? Yeah.
It's awful. It's absolutely awful.
Oh,
It's so
it
loud.
makes me sweat.
Yeah, I apologise because people are probably listening to this podcast going, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to talk about all these great Disney Universe
No,
Star
we're talking
rides."
about
We
Jewel.
haven't done any of them.
No,
The
we
only,
haven't. We're really bad. We need to expand
but then
our...
like, I've got some bad opinions when it comes to Disney
Of
Dark
course
rides.
you have. You've got
Pirates of
you've
the
got
Caribbean.
bad Disney
Pirates of the
opinions.
Caribbean, boring. The Disney one, the Paris one, which is like I've only been on 2, boring.
No, but okay.
It's
So
boring.
talking about Imagineering TV
boring.
show. So this is on Disney Plus. If anyone's not watched it, it tells you the history of like Disney and all how they made all the rides and everything. When we watched the bit about Pirates of the Caribbean, I appreciate it more
Yeah, so do
because to me, I didn't realize how old it was and how revolutionary
I.
it
Yeah,
was.
it was at the time. Yeah,
And I was like, oh, okay, this is old.
obviously the Paris one weren't there.
Well,
The
yeah,
original
but
one
like,
was.
but yeah.
I just feel like it's a big waste when you have this nice boat system, and you
It's
don't.
very relaxing.
Yeah, but you've got Small World to be relaxing.
Oh, yeah, that's not grating
but you might
at
as
all.
well. It's just yeah.
Okay, let's do a question then. Which one would you rather go on?
What?
It's a Small World or Pirates of the
every day
Caribbean?
of the week. I'm going into Small World. That's even more boring.
I really like It's a Small World.
I think a good dart ride should have some aspect of thrills built into it. You can get people.
Yeah, but arguably Pirates does.
At what point of Pirates of the
Yeah, but
Caribbean
doesn't-
are you going? Oh, I'm feeling
No,
this.
no, no.
You're not.
No. Doesn't the original one have a bigger drop?
Yeah, I think they do.
So wouldn't that be
I think
thrilling?
it's just Paris is a bit crap.
Well, yeah. When you think of a Paris ride, you have to like times it by 5.
Not the original Paris Park. The original Paris Park was good. That's why the goof spent too much money on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've done Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is my favourite
It's good.
that I've actually done.
It was one of the first trackless dart rides by
Yeah.
Disney. They
I
spent way
appreciate
too
it.
much money on it.
I appreciate the choice of IP as well because very underrated film and it's a very good theme.
It is. It feels a bit bare here and there, I think that's the only criticism I have of it. It's
Yeah.
it's a little bit bare between some of the
But
scenes.
isn't that because
I don't
of
know
the
why.
way they have to do it?
Potentially.
Like feasibly, they couldn't get anything else more in.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Got
how
no
it
idea.
works.
But I imagine that Rise of the Resistance doesn't suffer the same
Well, yeah.
bareness. You know,
Yeah, but how much was Ratatouille and how much
probably
was
cheaper.
Star Wars?
I think Star Wars probably cheaper.
Really?
They spent probably not.
Really?
They spent a lot of money developing the trackless dark ride system.
Yeah. But
Like,
okay, but
a lot of money.
imagine Ratatouille was like not a new technology at that point.
Yeah,
it would have
then,
been cheap, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have been. Well,
So-
not cheap, but
Compared to Star Wars, it would have been
yes,
cheap.
yeah,
All they bought for that is some screens,
yeah,
water sprayers, and some like
Yeah.
big cardboard cutouts.
literally.
That's all they bought for it.
Yep.
So
But this is it. When you break it down, it's not actually that impressive.
no,
but then
but
the,
it is.
the trackless aspect is
Yeah, yeah,
impressive.
yeah.
And
That's what shocked
the
me.
interacting with the other people in the mouse cars is
Yeah.
impressive.
And the restaurant bit at the end, I like that
Yes,
because that's
very
what
cool.
Remy's life is about.
I like the way that you exit next to the restaurant.
Yeah, it's clever as well because you want to go in there.
Mate, people did it before. Blackpool did that, man, with their mine train,
Mm.
with a restaurant, cafe or something. So been there, done that. No, yeah, I just we're really bad on the dark ride front.
We are, but in a way that's quite exciting because we've got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, but based on my opinions compared to other people's opinions, I feel like I'm not gonna like any of them.
Harry, you're not gonna like anything. You don't like anything.
There's a Ghostbusters dark ride at Hyde Park.
No
People
way.
said it was good. I thought it was garbage.
Uh-oh.
It's just boring. They're all. This is it, right? To me, dark rides can be very boring.
But that's not your cup of tea, is it?
But if they're not fun, they either have to be fun or there has to be some kind of like tension, right?
Yeah, but this is why I like dark rides. A, because they're relaxing compared to a roller coaster, and I quite like having something to kind of sit on that I'm not freaking out on. And then I just don't mind taking everything in,
Yeah.
whereas you get quite bored. So, like, for example, do you remember the Pinocchio ride?
Oh,
Like, you don't care about that because it's just scenes, but to me, that's quite funny. Like, I just like looking at the scenes.
that was definition of cardboard.
Yeah, but that's what
what
they're,
going for, I
about,
know,
isn't
that's
it?
what- that was the
That's what
vibe.
those ones are doing.
I can appreciate impressive kind of set design as much as your next theme park fan, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
you always need a little something extra.
But I feel like that should. It's 2020, right? Like, if you're building a ride now,
Yeah, but that's what they're all doing now.
No,
Tell me a ride where they're not doing
I don't know.
that now.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's you're
Okay,
probably
well,
right.
no. One ride we need to talk about is David Walliams.
Yeah,
This is a dark ride, right?
yeah, but it's
Which hasn't opened because of the park not opening. But that looks quite good, right?
it's not an expensive dark ride, is it?
No.
Apparently, they already had the ride system just somewhere.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So it looks
Wow.
like it's going to be alright.
Yeah.
So far, it seems to be a mix of projections and physical sets, which
Yeah.
is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Because this is like a book that they're turning into a dark ride,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously, if you have projection, you can animate the characters. Ideal, perfect.
Within a scene, yeah.
Exactly. But then you have physical props and physical characters as well.
Mm.
It looks good. It won't be expensive. It probably won't be that great, but it'll be a nice addition.
But that's what I think the key problem is here. Is sometimes dark rides aren't meant to be
Big.
anything good. They're just there.
Mm.
They're
No,
just an addition.
I agree. Relatively medium to small dark rides are just an addition.
Yeah.
If you're building a big dark ride, it better be good.
But that's what I'm saying. They normally are good. If they're putting effort into it.
Yes, they
like
normally
DGBT, Ratatouille, Star Wars.
Yeah.
They're not going, oh, let's just
No,
put a little
no, you
Star
are right.
Wars
If,
ride.
if it's more of a filler, which quite a lot of dark rides are,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, no, you're right. It just kind of needs to exist
just
and do
there.
the job.
Yeah.
Which they do.
But
Yeah.
it proves that you can make a dark ride good.
Yeah,
So you just have to have money.
of course.
Is the bottom line. And
You-
the will to
You
do
have
it.
to have an immersive story to begin with. The choice of theme and story is very key.
Mm.
That is going to be your downfall if you choose a bad and boring thing to make a dark
Yeah, but that's
ride
all
about.
relative.
Of course, it's all relative,
Mm.
but it is what it is.
Mm.
Don't know. I feel like I can't really tell or say much about dark rides because the ones I've been on, I don't really think they're very good.
In the grand scheme.
In the grand scheme of things, You know, people rave about Spider-Man at Universal Studios Orlando. Meant to be great. I literally haven't seen any of it because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Probably is good, isn't it? But I don't know. I just can't say.
Okay, somebody asked us though.
Literally, dark rides are the only thing that I won't spoil.
Really?
Yeah, spoil roller coasters every day of the week. For some reason, dark rides, I know nothing.
There's more to spoil though.
I know nothing of the dark rides like around Florida. Nothing.
Right.
So there you go.
Yeah, someone asked us what our favourite dark ride is.
DGB2, Rise of the Demon.
Okay.
That's Darren Brown's Ghost Train.
Ratatouille's mine.
Nah.
Stop dissing it, man.
Good,
Just because it's at Disneyland Paris doesn't mean it's got to be bad.
It's not bad. It's good.
Exactly.
It's a good ride. I just prefer Darren Brown's Ghost Train. You know why?
Because it's scary.
Yeah.
And it's not Disney.
Well, no, it's scary and.
Yeah, that's why I don't prefer it because it's too
you're
scary for me. It's way too scary. I can't go on it anymore.
Just turn around.
It's too bad.
Just turn around.
Yeah,
look through the window behind you.
Do you know what happens when we go on this ride?
What?
I sit there with my eyes shut.
No, what's the
So
point?
what's exactly? So why am I going to go on
Open
it?
your eyes.
Well, I might as well sit outside with my eyes shut.
Right, let's move on to some questions.
Okay.
From people who hopefully can appreciate dark rides more than me.
Yeah. Are you on?
The Court Crew podcast, I am on Twitter, says, we love a good dark ride. Our top two are Hex and Valhalla. Forgot about Valhalla.
Valhalla, is that a dark
yeah,
ride?
sure. It's
Are
like
you
a dark ride.
joking? That's a water ride.
It pretty much is, but
So river caves.
awful. No, but Pirates of the Caribbean is a dark ride.
True, but isn't Valhalla a log flume?
No.
I can't really remember it, to be honest.
Valhalla is good, except it also isn't good at the same time. Because it's got some very good sets and some very bad sets, and not everything works, but when it does work, it's very cool. You haven't seen it working properly,
No.
so yeah, Valhalla's a mixed one. We'll see what happens when they renovate it. He says both are immersive, unique, and heavily rely on physical props, which we're all big fans of. Although as former dual operators, we have always have a special place in our hearts for the haunted house. There you go.
I like Jewel. Someone says, Molly says, Symbolica at Efteling because it's interactive and fun.
This is it. And
RIP, we would have been at Efteling yesterday, guys, but we're not there.
I've seen on Symbolica, there's, I don't know, how long has Symbolica been open? Like a few years? Spoil that. There's a scene where there's like a whale. I think it's a whale. I haven't watched it in a while.
Okay.
In like a water tank. And the tank cracks and the water starts spurting out.
Oh.
That's an effect. And it looks amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, Symbolica looks great. I've heard that there's 3 different paths.
Okay.
I've heard that they're a bit samey.
So there's different endings.
Yeah.
But they're all
There's
pretty
3
much
different
the same.
types, basically. There's like a music one, a champion one, and some other, I don't know what they are. Yeah, but they're all different, slightly different, but I've heard that they're all kind of the same. So. But good dark ride, apparently.
Lots of love for Rise of the Resistance,
Of course,
obviously.
I think Rise of the Resistance is probably the world's best dark ride as of now. It's got a lot of interesting points to it. Liam Finley says, dark rides serve immersion and escapism like nothing else. Phantom Manor goes where no ride has gone before. Mystic Manor is also the gold standard. You know, the spooky rides at Disney. The ghosty ones.
The ghost house thing.
Yeah. Screens are like GCI in movies. They serve a purpose, but the fewer the better. The current trend is concerning. See, I would disagree with this. There's a time and a place for a screen.
There is, yeah.
And if it's well executed...
You don't notice that it's a screen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can do a lot more with the screen than you can do with physical props. But if you overdo it, like Universal have done on some of their rides, then yeah, you are right, Liam. It just goes too far one way.
My favourite dark ride is Mouse au Chocolat.
Oh,
just
God.
because it's a meme.
It is awful.
It's bad.
Awful. Way too long.
It's really weird.
Way too long, man. I wanted it to end after like the 3rd shooting scene. Stupid ride. They did it so well. They did all the queue's better than the ride.
Yeah, the queue was good.
What's that about?
Dunno, man. It's just a weird ride. Tim says, I worked Mouse au Chocolat last summer and this thing is whack. A lot of problems with the ride.
Awful ride. Just get rid of it.
Well, yeah.
You could use that. Fantastic Sound could use the space for something better.
Yeah, maybe they will though.
No, it won't. It's quite new.
Really?
It's like 2005 or something.
Knock it down.
You got to knock down Temple of Nightwalk first.
Oh yeah.
Garbage coaster.
Bert-O-Matic says, my favourite dark ride is It's a Small World.
I forgot Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit?
It's a good dark ride.
You just going to ignore Bert's comment?
It's a small world.
It's a Small World.
Poor choice, Bert. Poor choice.
I agree.
Don't like that one.
Iconic ride.
It's boring.
Absolutely iconic.
Boring. Who cares? The scenes are literally the same.
Yes, Harry, and that's
the point. I know that's the point, but
do you know how old that ride is?
Yeah. But the original. Yeah, no, Wallace and Gromit, good ride.
Yeah, I forgot about that as well.
It's, see, that's a fun one. You know what you're saying, like.
That is fun, but also you like Wallace and Gromit, so that's why you like it.
But also, it's not a big dark ride. It's like a medium
No.
one, so it doesn't have to be like amazing.
It's got good scenes though. I like it.
It's got some good scenes, but then it also has nothing in some bits,
Yeah.
which is its downfall. And the fact that it isn't a story; it's just like a showcase of the best parts.
It's just different films.
Which is fine, but.
Thomas says, a coaster bot dark ride, and it's Harry singing his rap and Zoe being Rapunzel.
Oh God.
Yes, please.
What would he have? Trap the start ride system.
Yeah.
Need to make it fancy though, wouldn't we? Get some
Course.
anticipation on there.
Of course. A couple of pre-shows.
Yeah. So dark rides.
I mean, they're more interesting than you originally think. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm?
Like, to me, they're just kind of they're just there. But then when you think about it, they're actually like some of the best rides in the world. Do you get me?
It depends.
They're underestimated.
I wouldn't say
You
so.
underestimate the power of the dark ride.
Yeah, a good dark ride, yeah, definitely. But then dark rides, this is it, I think either swing one way or the other. They're good or they're bad. There's no in between. Well, there is, but you know.
But no one cares.
Yeah, there's less of an in between.
Yeah.
Because when they're bad, they're bad.
I think they're the future though. Big time. Look at Star Wars Land.
Yeah, but Disney has always been into dark rides.
Yeah.
That's their thing.
But more people are trying that kind of innovative way of doing it.
I think the original concept of a dark ride is dead.
Well, yeah. Who's going to sit on that nowadays?
Exactly.
When we've got TV at home.
But I think the dark ride that you think, well, you said is the future, is not one dark ride, but a combination of ride systems that provides an interesting and thrilling experience, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, Rise of the Resistance.
But that's what I mean, like, when I say I think of walkthroughs as dark rides now. Because it's not just one thing anymore.
No, but this is it. Like, Rise of Resistance is a walkthrough, a simulator, you know, interaction with actors, then a trackless dark ride with drop track sections, essentially. You know, so...
It's everything except a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's as close as... Well, yeah, I guess it's trying to be as close as possible, right, with the thrilling aspects of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But who knows? I think we're going to start... The big companies are going to start blending thrill and dark rides more, I suspect. You know, to try and kind of overlap the two key ride or the two key interesting parts.
Well, that would be really good because then it'd be literally like you're living whatever the thing is.
Exactly.
You know?
But just take, like, Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
It's kind of that vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's what they've done with Guardians of the Galaxy, which, I would argue, it looks better than Tower of Terror because it tells an actual story. So you're seeing these characters and you're playing along with what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's exciting and thrilling at the same time. But you are going through different scenes, so I think that's the future.
Let us know what topics you want us to talk about. We're running low. So yeah, anything for a mini-sode or a main episode. We're going to get some more guests on soon. That's going to be exciting. And yeah.
You could tweet us your suggestions at CBR Podcast and
or just send it to CoasterBot on any social media.
Yeah, or just
really.
at CoasterBot. Yeah.
We're
looking. We're always looking. So yeah, please do send us your suggestions and
see you next time.
Yeah.